Hi, welcome to Christie's Sunrise. I am going to be making beef fajitas. So I have my fajita meat here. I bought it. It is not tenderized. I will show you how I tenderize it. What we're doing right now is I'm going to mix up a rub for it. So I have a mixing bowl. I have all of our ingredients. We have cornstarch, chili powder, salt, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin. I'm not going to use cayenne pepper, but you can use cayenne pepper, and a little bit of sugar. So I'm going to start by mixing all of these ingredients up. So it is a tablespoon of cornstarch. So just in case you don't know, this is how you level it off. When it says a tablespoon, it should be level. There's our cornstarch. I would not dip this cornstarch into the next one. Everything else is teaspoons, and it should be okay to mix them. 2 teaspoons of chili powder. You do not want to, and I just kind of tap it where it's 1. Does not have to be perfect, but you don't want a heaping if it only calls for 2. 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of sugar. This is what I keep my sugar in. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Okay, we're going down to a half of a teaspoon of onion powder. Garlic powder. Half a cumin. And we are skipping. Okay. So you mix all that up. Okay. You can mix up spices together and put them in an air, make a large quantity of them, put them in the refrigerator or in an airtight container at least. Okay, so let me move these over. Put them all back together later. I want you to be able to see the meat. Okay, so here's the meat. Here's the cutting board. Personally, I trim some of the fatty stuff off. Like the back has quite a bit. I'm going to trim some of that off. Not all of it, but I don't like it, this chewy stuff. So, like I said, not all of it. I just do trim some of it off. I like lean meat, just my preference. But like this, they call it like silver skin, definitely would get that off. Okay. Not, like I said, we're not trimming all of it, but I am trimming some of it. Okay. This one looks pretty lean. I'm going to leave this one alone. Okay, I did not buy it tenderized. You can tenderize it or not tenderize it. It is your choice. But I'm going to show you, if you buy it not tenderized, how you can tenderize it yourself. take my glove back on here. Okay, you're going to cover it so you don't splat it. If you don't cover it, you're going to make a big old mess. Okay. So it has two sides, little and big. I start with the big. Flip it over. This is a pretty thick piece of meat. I'm going to go ahead and do it again on the other side. Sometimes when you buy them tenderized, they're really thin. So I personally believe that if you buy it not tenderized and you tenderize it, the meat's a little thicker. If it's real thin, it's going to cook faster and be more dry. But we're going to show you how the fajitas will not be dried out. Okay, so that one's tenderized. Doesn't look as beat up as it would have been at the store. Go ahead and do this one real quick. You do get a workout doing this, that's for sure. Okay. Discard this meat here, that I trimmed off, trim a little bit more. I said I like the meat lean. I don't like it fatty. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to reuse this. So I'm going to put the meat in here. And I'm going to sprinkle it with the seasoning. Rub it all in. And of course you can use whatever you want to season it. And as I said earlier, you can mix up seasoning. I used to keep it in a little shaker. And I'll show you that another time. Okay, let's do the next piece. Of course, if you have a lot of meat, you would double this seasoning recipe. And as you get to know it, any recipe you decide to use as your seasoning, I mean, there might be stuff that you don't like in it. Like I don't like a lot of chili powder, but this is fajitas, so of course we want the chili powder. But like when I make my brisket rub, a recipe that I use calls for chili powder. I do not put chili powder in it because I don't like chili powder on my brisket. Okay, so we have the meat all seasoned. I'm going to wrap it back up. Get another piece of saran wrap. Wrap it up. We're going to put it in the refrigerator, and it will stay in the refrigerator at least a good 3 hours. And then once we're ready to put it onto the grill, we will show you that part. Thank you. Okay, we have the fajitas have been in the refrigerator for a few hours, several hours, matter of fact. We've taken them out and let them come to room temperature. We're cooking these on a Traeger grill, but you can use a regular gas grill. And we have the temperature at about 500 degrees. You need to make sure that you clean your grill. Okay, we're gonna put these on, give them a little space between each other. Can you see the meat? Okay, we're gonna cook them about 10 minutes on each side. Our goal is really to sear them. And then we're going to place them in the oven at 250 degrees for about an hour. Of course, you could continue cooking them outside if that's how you prefer. Just showing you our method, what we do. They come out really juicy. See you in a bit. Okay, so here's our meat. I'm going to turn the oven on to 250. And we're going to finish cooking the fajita meat in the oven. I put the dull side out. This will go in the oven. I'm going to let the oven come to temperature, then I'll set the timer. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I grill onions. I have a pan here. I'm going to chop some onions up in ringlets. I'm the only one that eats onions. So this is how much I'm going to do. Break them up. These would make beautiful onion rings. That will be in a future video. Okay. To the pot, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. So you can see how much. And I'm going to add some margarine. I guess about a tablespoon. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. The salt comes out of here pretty fast, so I need to kind of be careful. Some salt and pepper. And then I'm going to place them on the stove on low heat. And for one of my wooden spoons, and I will stir them, watch them, cook them slowly. They're going to render down and be delicious, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll see you shortly. I'm now going to mix up the flour tortillas. Okay, I'm cutting the meat. I'm going to cut it in half. You want to make sure you cut it the right way. Looks delicious. Looks absolutely delicious. See how it's falling apart? Very tender. Grilled onions that we were grilling while they were baking in the oven. You get a plate, and we're going to make us a taco. But let me show you how I cut up the avocado. You can use something fancy like this, but if you don't have anything fancy like that, I'm going to show you how you don't need one. Okay? I'll just show you how you don't need one. Just just going to cut it like so. Looks like it's a pretty good one. Put a knife in there. Please be careful when you do this though. Stick that in there. Take a spoon. Just scoop it out. Then you can take your knife and cut it. And it looks just like it would if you would have used that fancy thing. There's a little more in here. I'm going to scoop it out because I am going to mash this. Scoop it out. That. Or now I'm going to show you with the avocado fancy cutter. Like I said, you do not have to go buy anything fancy to do this with. Because I've only been using one of these for about a year. Let's take it, stick that in there, and scoop it out. It'll be used for presentation. This doesn't seem quite as ripe as the other one, but it's still good. Okay. Stick it through there. Let me get a fork to mash it. We like ours mashed. Of course, you can serve it. Get this little seed thing. I know it wouldn't hurt you, but you can mash them or you can serve them sliced. I'll just do both so you can see. We just add salt and pepper. You, of course, can add anything else you want. Garlic powder, garlic salt. If you use garlic salt, I wouldn't use regular salt. Okay. We have homemade flour tortillas we made earlier. We have the pico we made earlier. Oh, this smells like heaven. Oh my gosh. It is so fresh, so fresh, so fresh. So I'm going to take a homemade flour tortilla. Take a piece of our meat. A couple of pieces of our meat. Put a little onion on there. Oh my gosh, I love grilled onions. I absolutely love grilled onions. And then, this is my favorite part though. Add the cilantro. I'm going to just add a slither of avocado. Oh my gosh, that's a full taco. That is a full taco. Okay, here it goes. I don't know what end to bite off of. That is so good. It is absolutely delicious. The flour tortillas, they are so soft. I want another bite, but I'm not going to do that to you. So, here's fajita dinner. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, the like button. Join me next time. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.